Air fryers can be a major time saver, cooking food quickly or allowing you to cook extra food for big families or guests, like appetizers and sides, while you do the rest on the stove or the oven. Cosori has just launched a new next-generation air fryer that can take the typical air fryer experience and make it 46% faster, quieter, and with a wider range of temperatures, meaning you get food that's crispy, not charred. In this review, I'll take a look at the Cosori 6-quart Turbo Blaze air fryer to see what it can do, how quickly it cooks, what the different cooking modes are, and I'll put it to the test with a variety of different foods here in my home kitchen. I'd like to say thank you to Cosori for sponsoring this post. As an ongoing sponsor of the blog and the YouTube channel, they're supporting our new content every day. Even though they are paying for my time, they haven't told me what I have to say or what I can't say, and I got to cook what I wanted, so you can consider these thoughts my own. Let's take a closer look at the Cosori 6-quart Turbo Blaze air fryer and the 4 key problems with air fryers that Cosori is solving with this machine. Air fryers can be big and bulky and take up way too much counter space. The solution? Cosori says its 6-quart Turbo Blaze air fryer here is made to maximize the interior space while keeping the overall footprint small. That means it won't take up needless storage space either. With a smart angled digital LED control panel on top that's easy to read without bending over, the unit seems well designed and does indeed have a huge cooking basket. Air fryers can be loud, and I know the last air fryer I had droned on loudly and incessantly. Air fryers can also cook unevenly, scorching the top while the center is underdone. Solution? I can confirm the Cosori 6-quart Turbo Blaze air fryer is quieter than the last air fryer I tested. Plus, with a DC motor, it heats quicker, cooks faster, and allows for more precise temperature and fan control. That added control allows for 9 preset cooking functions, including air frying, but it also roasts, bakes, broils, defrosts, cooks from frozen, dehydrates, reheats, and warms to accomplish almost any cooking need. Air fryers can be too small to make food for the whole family. The solution here is the Cosori 6-quart Turbo Blaze air fryer is big and can cook more. Use it to bake up crispy sides, but it can also roast veggies, broil fish, cook foods from frozen, or defrost. It's even big enough to handle a roast chicken. Grease and oil and spattered food can accumulate, making cleaning a major chore or making your air fryer smoke while you're cooking. Plus, all of the nooks and crannies inside can be really hard to get clean. Cosori solves this by making the Turbo Blaze easier to clean with a non-stick coating that means most messes simply wipe clean, but the basket and the crisper plate are both dishwasher safe too. The first test I wanted to take it through was to see if it truly is faster. Now, while this air fryer is 46% faster than one of Cosori's older models, I wanted to see if it would be faster at general tasks than something like my oven. I got tater tots ready for both the oven and the Turbo Blaze air fryer. Amazingly, I can say I was able to preheat the Turbo Blaze, cook the tater tots, and have them served up hot and ready in less than 10 minutes. My oven didn't even finish the preheating process before I was already having breakfast. Next, I decided to make breakfast for the next day by using the included cookbook to make a fresh, made-from-scratch granola. The recipe was very simple and mostly used things I already had on hand. After a quick mix, the entire mixture went into the cooking basket with no wire rack, and I set the timer for the recommended 7 minutes. Since I like my granola nice and crispy and extra toasty, I opted to cook it for more time. In the end, I was rewarded with amazing, fresh, crispy granola. I decided to use the Turbo Blaze to do side dishes as well. It made lightning fast work of roasted carrots, cooking them to perfection in about 10 minutes. Plus, they had the perfect shade of golden brown on the outside and were wonderfully tender inside. I tried potatoes from the Cosori recipe book, and after only about 15 minutes in the air fryer, they were tender on the inside and brown and crispy on the outside too. Again here, I will say I added extra time to the Cosori recommended recipe duration, and I think I can say it's okay if you want to make your own adjustments too. I also made breaded chicken breasts with an almond crust, which came out beautifully juicy. The air fryer has a wider temperature range of 90 degrees Fahrenheit to about 450 Fahrenheit, and Cosori says they did that to offer more cooking possibilities and to allow for better results for a larger variety of foods. I cooked a mini homemade lasagna from Frozen, which actually reminds me you can use smaller 8-inch baking pans and tins inside your air fryer. That opens up a whole world of desserts too. I also baked things like homemade spinach and cheese-filled spanakopita, meatballs, and appetizers. I even used my TurboBlaze to dehydrate citrus slices for floating on top of fun cocktails, just like the pro bartenders use. Lastly, I decided to try the roast chicken test. Now, getting a roast chicken cooked properly in a regular oven can sometimes be a challenge, but in the Cosori TurboBlaze, it was actually really easy. Put the chicken breast side down for about 30 minutes, then flip it over carefully and cook another 30 minutes. The oven is really effective. It gave us a really super crispy skin, and our results might be a little too crispy for some folks, so if you want it a little less dark, just place a little bit of foil over the top for the last 20 minutes or so to get a more golden result. The chicken was perfectly cooked, and as a bonus, the pan was full of rich, delicious drippings, which we made into gravy. Plus, the cleanup was really easy. There's an auto shutoff to make sure that when the basket is removed during cooking, the air fryer will turn off and stop heating. Plus, there's also overheat protection, which automatically shuts it off if needed. So what is the cleanup like? After each meal or dish, I was really surprised to find how quickly and easily both the cooking drawer and the crisper plate came clean. I also put them both into the dishwasher, and amazingly, it did a great job too, with less effort from me. A week of hot meals and dishes later, I also wiped out the air fryer with a dishcloth. It came clean really well, with only a small scrubby needed on more stubborn areas. Overall, this air fryer strikes a really good balance between what we need and what we want. Let me tell you what I liked. It's got a much smaller footprint, so it takes up a lot less space on the counter and in the cupboard. It heats up fast and it runs so much quieter. Plus, it has more precise control than your average air fryer too. And it can cook many different things in 15 minutes or less. With the ability to cook all kinds of foods, it can be a quick, easy way to dinner or an extra option when you're cooking for a crowd. Another pro is the price. Selling for an affordable price of $119 US, it's available right now on Amazon and at Cosori.com. The only downsides I can think of might be that finding a place to use and store an air fryer could still be a concern for some in smaller spaces, or that others of you out there might be looking for even more versatility. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what you always make with an air fryer or what you would make if you go with this one right now.